Hi, I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be, did I do the right thing by walking away from her? So I've got an email from a guy. He was seeing I guess he works as a nurse. So he works in a hospital, works with a lot of pretty nurses. Several of them seem to be into him. And so one of them he's been seeing for about a month. And the problem is, you can tell he's gotten butthurt that things were not progressing and basically decided to walk away from this girl. But the way he went about it, he shares his text exchange, which I'll go through, and you can tell he's upset and he's butthurt and he's mad. And so like his whole demeanor is kind of like the person that says, "Hey, I'm calling you just to let you know I'm not going to call you anymore." That kind of thing, because he's trying to use it as a manipulation to get her to chase him and pursue him more. And this is obviously just not working out too well for him. And so obviously he's second guessing himself, and he wants to know what he should have done differently. So I got a quote that I wrote, and then we'll go through his email. And the quote says, "When somebody cares about you and wants, values, and appreciates your time, they make it easy to get together. When they don't, they make it difficult to spend time together without being direct and telling you that they aren't interested. You should match and mirror the actions of your romantic prospects. If they treat you like a priority, you can reciprocate. If they treat you like an afterthought, a nuisance, or like you mean nothing to them, then give them the gift of missing you permanently if necessary. Never make someone a priority in your life when they treat you like an option." So true. So let's go through his email. He says, "Hi, Coach Wayne. My name is Bob." There sure are a lot of Bobs in the world, and they all seem to write me. "I've been following you for a little over a year, and I've read your book 3 times so far. I will read it more, as you suggested, but even just from what I've read, I've learned quite a lot and have been way more successful in my dating life since." So you've been following me for a year, and you've been through 3% Man 3 times. That's, quite frankly, a piss poor effort. Because the reality is, you can take 3% Man, a hardcover or a paperback book, follow along with it as you listen to the audiobook on 2-speed, and you can get through it in 3.5 hours. And since you're following along with a physical book, it really forces you to concentrate. And so if you want to get through the 10 to 15 repetitions quickly, that's the best way to do it. So after a whole year, you've only been through it 3 times. That tells me you're not that serious of a student. You got to do better. You got to participate in your own rescue, because you're making things way harder on yourself than it needs to be. And after reading this atrocious text exchange, you can see the consequences of only reading the book 3 times in a year. You don't really know what you're doing. I have a situation I'm currently in. I'm a travel nurse and have been seeing one of my coworkers for a little over a month now. She's a nurse's aide and is currently in nursing school and quite a bit younger than me. I'm confident, well-paid, active, and am in shape, physically attractive man. Most of my female coworkers find me attractive, and I have gone out with a few of them just for fun, but this girl is the one that I like. We've had sex several times, but her interest level often waxes and wanes, and I try to match her energy whenever this happens. So in other words, he's getting butthurt and upset that she's acting like a kitty cat. And he wants to force her to spend more time with him, if he can. In other words, he's upset they're not spending enough time together, which is showing his weakness, and then obviously he's displaying it to her. She also just recently, 6 months ago, got out of a long 7-year relationship, and I know this complicates things as far as her emotional availability goes. So yeah, she was with 7 years, and so she only had 6 months off. You try to lock a woman like this down, you try to pressure her or get her to spend more time with you and than she wants, it's gonna blow up in your face. Recently, this past week, I've been asking her to hang out and kept getting excuses or just any other form of no. You don't keep barraging somebody when they tell you no. If you ask them out and they say they're unavailable or they're not busy and you've been seeing her for a month, just say, "All right, no problem. Get in touch when your schedule frees up." And that's it. You don't call her or text her again for any reason, but it's obvious he's become hypnotized by the chocha and he's losing his cool. So finally, after this last rejection, so it sounds like he's asked her out multiple times in a week and got shot down all several times. If you ask a girl out and you've only been out on 1 or 2 dates, you wait 2 weeks, then you ask her out again, and then if she still gives you the same flaky response, you never contact her after that. In this case, he's been seeing her for a whole entire month, and instead of her attraction going up, it's been going down because it's obvious he's over pursuing, because all I have to do is look at what she's doing and what she's saying, and most importantly, I get the text exchange. So the text exchange tells me everything about his previous interactions with her, which he hasn't disclosed. Because you can tell from his perception is there's something wrong with this girl. When in reality, it's how he's showing up and how he's acting. And she's acting quite normal, to be honest with you. So I'm going to go through his text exchange. So the last part, I didn't see that he didn't share the text above, but this is kind of the end of it where it's like her last rejection. He says, yeah, not to party, but you can come over. And she says, no, sir, LOL. And he says, okay, I'll stop. And then she says, sorry, I just don't want to be mad if I don't wake up or don't make it on time to clinical or don't get something done because I'm over at your place. Work is different. It's down the street and it won't hurt me if I'm late. Well, it will because I don't care like I do with school. So you can tell whatever he's saying in the previous text exchange is that he's putting pressure on her and he's upset that she's not willing to spend time with him. And then he says, it's cool. I've been asking way too much. So in other words, I'm over pursuing and you don't really seem interested in hanging out. I can't wait around when you're always uncertain about seeing me with an exclamation point. Fuck, dude. Come on. What the fuck are you thinking? Jesus, you read the book 3 times? Are you sure? She says, you're not asking for way too much. You're just asking to hang out. I just got too much going on. I get easily distracted, which has gotten me in trouble with the face palm emoji. And I'm still here printing out shit for tomorrow. She's going, I'm so busy. I'm so busy. Work is crazy. School is crazy. Why is she saying all that? Because he's over pursuing. And he's trying to make her feel guilty about not spending time. And he says, I'm almost 30, LOL. I've dated enough to know that when someone wants to see me, they make time no matter what they got going on. It's the same the other way around. I work 6 days a week and will still find time to spend with someone I like. I'm not bitter or anything. I'm just pointing out facts. I'm okay with it. Yeah, he doesn't sound bitter or butthurt at all. Hit me up if you ever figure out your schedule. If not, then it is what it is. And he's like, and he has this emoji at the end of it. Come on, dude. You read this 3 times. Get the fuck out of here. You probably haven't even been through it once. She says, all right, damn, LOL. And you pretend to not see my message on Messenger. That's cool. Or that's cold. It's cool. You mean the reply to the message I sent 7 hours ago? Yeah, I just saw it. And so she sends an emoji with the guy from The Office going. She says, all right, I see you're pissed at me. See? I get the tone that he's pissed off and butthurt. And obviously everybody listening to this knows that. And so here's his response when he gets accused of being pissed off at her. I'm not at all. I just know what I like. And she says, and what do you like? A girl that's super into me and matches my energy is a turn on. They put in the same effort I do, and there's no drama. It's just fun. It sounds like he's copying and pasting phrases from my book or videos, thinking, oh, this is going to make her panties drop. Oh, coach is going to love this. And she says, oh, I see you describing everything you think I'm not, with the thumbs up emoji. And he says, I'm literally just telling you what I like, LOL. She says, you're so full of shit, Bob, with the smile face emoji. He says, not sure why you think that, but okay. She says, by the way, I was fucking dying laughing earlier today because I was so used to seeing your name in my phone. that your name blanked out. I was like, what the fuck is his name? I was tripping. You literally just said that to me before I left work. That I wasn't giving you the same effort as you were. So he's complaining at work that she's not doing enough. And you have told me that it looks like I have drama in my life before. But sure. Yeah. Our emailer, Bob, has been constantly butthurt and upset and communicating that to this younger woman who's going, what is with this guy? Dude's got no chill. He's got no emotional self-control. He's mad. He's angry. He's upset. He's like, I want the chocha, woman. Give me the chocha. I need the chocha. I don't feel like you do. That's just the vibe I get. I'm telling you what I like and what I'm used to in general. Damn it, woman, comply with my wishes. Man, what were you thinking, dude? That's so nice that you forgot my name, though, with a laughing, crying emoji. She says, well, I'm sorry, I'm different from the other girls that want you. I'm not like that chick that has a husband that is all obsessed with you. I'm sure you are used to chicks kissing your ass, but that's not me right now. I can't be getting close to no one right now. In other words, I can't be getting close to you because you're acting like a fucking lunatic, Bob. I don't think you understand. When a woman feels heard and understood, the legs open. And when she doesn't, the legs close. The legs are closing. She doesn't feel heard and understood. I don't think you understand when I say I will get distracted so easily. I'm not about to over a guy. Not right now, at least. LOL. Sorry, I remembered within seconds, but I thought it was funny. Then he says, being into someone isn't kissing their ass. I mean, he's using logic and reason to try to win this argument. And I wouldn't want that anyways. You said it best, though. You're not getting close to anyone. That's totally fine, but that's what I like. I like connecting with someone like that. It's more fun that way, and the sex is way more passionate and awesome and just better. We're just on different pages, but there's nothing wrong with that. This guy is so upset. She says, well, okay, I didn't mean kissing ass, but pretty much I can't make things about anyone else right now. In other words, he's putting pressure on her, trying to lock her down, and she's bouncing on him. Because he just can't stop. Wait, what do you like? Being close or not being close? And connecting with someone like that? Sorry, got confused, LOL. Yeah, I love getting close to everything. Is definitely better like that, if that's what you meant. I feel like we were having a good time for a bit until I realized I wasn't staying on top of my stuff and I started to fall behind. Well, that's the excuse that she's giving him. But the reality is he's made her pussy dryer in a bucket of sand. But it's not your fault. I tend to do that. That's what I mean by getting distracted. Then people might hear about us. I couldn't go to work a day without being asked a million questions and getting stares from people. That's literally the only reason I don't go to your side. He says, well, I won't distract you then. Focus on your school. And she says, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they were told to change and put me on opposite sides of you. In other words, to keep them separated in the hospital. Well, just I did enjoy the days we were alone and out eating. And he says, probably, maybe it's better off that way. I did too. Why is that? She says. So you pretty much saying you going to avoid me now? And he says, we can be co-workers. It doesn't have to be awkward. I'm not immature like that. Well, I won't distract you. Focus on your school. And she says, well, it wasn't going to be awkward for me either. I'm not immature either. What a delightful text exchange. So you could see from the tone of his text and what he wrote, he's obviously upset and butthurt, but he doesn't see it that way. The dude has totally lost his shit with this girl. So he says, my question is, did I go about it the right way? Hell no. Was there something I could have done different or better? Well, for starters, you could have followed instructions a year ago and read the book 10 to 15 times. But here we are with this needy, disgusting display of beta male over pursuing and chasing and complaining and being butthurt to a woman who you said is much younger than you. dude, you're painting yourself as a picture of just looking like a pathetic, weak-ass biatch. Any advice to improve my game would be appreciated. Well, quite frankly, what you shared, there was no game in anything you shared. You sounded like a butt-hurt baby. If I were you, I would never call her or text her or reach out for any reason. Let her do 100% of it in this case. If she reaches out, assume she wants to see you, invite her over for dinner. I would be following the script and 7 Principles Get an X back at this point, because that's all you really need to do. So, I mean, it's pretty simple, but man, you got to fill in your knowledge gap, and you also should be dating other women. And plus, you're fishing off the company pier and getting upset and butthurt at that. So you're potentially creating drama and problems at work, which is not a good idea, dude. I just wouldn't do it. Especially with women this day and age, you should let them do all the pursuing at work. That way you don't have to worry about getting yourself in trouble. Because, hey, if she comes on to you and wants a little kissy poo and is touching you and rubbing up against you, it's like, whoops, if something pops up when you guys are at your place alone, like, well, you'll just have to do something about that. So if you got a question or a challenge and you'd like to get my help, go to understandingrelationships.com, click the products tab at the top of your screen, and book a coaching session with yours truly. Until next time, I will talk to you soon.